Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for Halloween. So Halloween is the 40th anniversary of the other film also named Halloween, and of course on top of that there's another film that's also named Halloween that came out in 2009, and then there's also a bunch of sequels such as Halloween 2, and then another Halloween 2, and then probably if they make a sequel to this new Halloween movie, there will be another Halloween 2. And then besides that, there's Halloween 3, 4, 5, 6, there's H2O, there's Resurrection. There are tons of Halloween movies. This is the 11th Halloween movie to be made with the character of Michael Myers. Well, the 10th with Michael Myers, but the 11th Halloween movie made because the third one did not have Michael Myers in it. But that's been mostly the constant throughout all the movies. This one follows Michael Myers 40 years later with all the sequels not counting at all. Only the first film counted. And in the first film, it was not said that Michael Myers and Laurie Strode are siblings. So that's not the case anymore. And it follows Laurie Strode in a very depressed state. She's older. She had PTSD based off of that one night. And she's been spending years and years prepping and being scared for something else that could happen that would be horrifying, and it's ruined the relationship with her family. But on the night that Michael is being moved, of course, he escapes. So she has to try to escape him and try to live. Halloween was a movie I was really looking forward to because I really like the original a lot. It's really, really well done. And actually stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm going to talk more about that movie. But Halloween, this one I was excited for because of that. And I mean, the sequels, I haven't liked a single one that I've seen so far. So I was hoping that this would be one that would be able to be, you know, the good Halloween sequel, at least for me. And unfortunately, it was not. Halloween is not a bad movie, but it certainly is not a good one. It's extremely messy, and honestly, it feels very, very disappointing. What's confusing to me is that this movie is getting very good reviews. People are enjoying it quite a bit, and I don't really get that because I feel like this movie is just another Michael Myers movie. There's nothing original to it. They don't do anything new with the story. It's just another movie with Michael Myers going around killing people, and it just feels the same as a lot of the other sequels. I was hoping that this new Halloween movie would be able to bring new energy into the franchise so that future sequel possibilities would be a thing, and I'm sure that they still will because this movie did amazing financially, but I was disappointed at the quality of it because I thought to really reboot a franchise, especially one as dead as Halloween is, you need something great. And this movie was not great. It was honestly pretty poorly made. I think that the movie is really poorly made in terms of script and just the choices that the screenwriter made. Because what was sold in the trailers and what this movie should have been about was about Laurie Strode. She should have been the focus of the movie. And she was for about the first 30 minutes or maybe 45 minutes or so. But as the movie went on, it became more and more about the teenagers in the movie. And I get why they wanted to include teenagers again and wanted teenagers to be part of the plot, one of the main parts, because teenagers are kind of what set up the whole Halloween franchise. It's kind of the general theme throughout all the Halloween movies is teenagers who are very horny and are definitely plans to have sex being hunted down by Michael Myers. That's that's basically how to explain every single Halloween movie. And of course that they wanted to still have that in there, but oftentimes, it just felt forced. I was wondering where Laurie Strode was through the events that were happening during the movie. And I get that they did tie it back to her granddaughter, but I don't think that that was enough. I think that the movie should have focused on Laurie Strode, her terror of Michael Myers, maybe her getting overly paranoid, thinking she sees him and him not really being there. More of that type of stuff, and I think that that could have made for a much better movie. Honestly, a lot of the scripts felt pretty forced. The dialogue was not terrible, but the scenes just felt forced, and that's really weird, and it's very hard to describe that, but the scenes in this movie did feel forced, and there's a lot bad about this movie. There is good, though. The movie is scary. It is fairly scary. It did kind of scare me. I mean, it's not super memorable, but at the end of the day, you were definitely scared by the movie because they made Michael Myers a very haunting and terrifying figure, at least until No, I won't say what I was going to say, but they made him a terrifying figure again. He really did embody evil, which is one of the main points of Halloween. It's one of the main reasons the first one is so good, because Michael Myers wasn't just a slasher villain, he embodied evil. And other good performances in it include Jamie Lee Curtis back again as Laurie Strode. She does a great job. Unfortunately, a lot of her scenes feel like they're going for the Oscar scenes, and when you see the movie you'll know what I'm talking about. It's slow pan close-ups of a character's face as they're saying something really emotional, and that does not have to do with her. That's the script. She did the best that she could have with those scenes because there were just too many for her, and honestly I feel like a lot of her development was surface level and you could have went a lot deeper with it, but for what she had, she did a really good job. So Halloween does deliver on the fact that it is scary, and it does deliver on the fact that it is entertaining, and those were the two most important parts, but if you're expecting anything more, you will be severely disappointed. I will give Halloween a 4.5 out of 10. Alright, that concludes my review for Halloween. So, what are your thoughts on this film, or what are your thoughts on the Halloween franchise? Comment in the comments section below. Before I conclude this review, I did want to let you guys know about something. I have started a movie reviewing blog, and that blog is accessible online. It is at wordpress.com/asanaverage. Sorry, it's wordpress.com/asanamateurfilmmaker. And this website I'm just using to try to expand myself in terms of written reviews. I've been doing audio reviews since 6th grade. I want to try out some written reviews, so I have been reviewing other Halloween movies over there, and I encourage you to go over there and check it out. You'll see a review for hopefully every single Halloween film, and my thoughts. They're pretty short, they're pretty quick, so they won't take too long to read, and I would really appreciate it if you guys would go out and read it and comment below and let me know what you think. But anyway, that concludes my review for Halloween. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.